Welcome inside the Quiet Storm. I'm Lenny Green. You know, I got a parking ticket coming into the studio tonight. I think I'm going to pass it on to this beautiful lady.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got. But I got a lot of high fives from a lot of men. They said, yo, Lenny, you're the man, you're the man. I'm like, why am I the man? I know why I'm the man tonight. And fellas, if you're somewhere that you wish you could be right here, eat your heart out. I have one of the most sexiest, beautiful women of all time in my presence this evening. And it is a pleasure. Sexy. Oh, you will always be sexy to me.
Sexy?
Sexy. Brown Sugar, original Foxy Brown.
BrownSugar.com. Oh. BrownSugar.com.
Nice segue.
It's like Netflix, but only blacker.
Pam Grier, you guessed it. Pam Grier from Coffee. Pam Grier from Sheba Baby. Pam Grier from Foxy Brown. Pam Grier, thank you for coming back. The last time we sat down, your memoir was coming out.
It came out. Number 20, New York Times bestseller.
That's right. Let me give you some love on that.
Thank you.
Come on, we're going to make it happen. Just like we're going to make Bounce happen for you.
Yes.
Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar.
What's up, Brown Sugar? How you been doing?
Very well, because of what I've been given.
Yes.
And I give back because I'm Coffee and Foxy because of all of the women who are Coffee and Foxy and who have the confidence to say, hey, thank you for being my voice.
Wow.
And so my voice is still resonating. I just came back from a film festival in Spain where myself, Nick Cage, and Tilda Swinton were being honored. And I was signing box sets of Foxy and Jackie Brown and all the movies and my books. I mean, a full day.
Yeah.
I was surprised at how progressive and that our pop culture, African-American pop culture, is so prolific in other countries. Yeah. Right now, in Denmark and the Netherlands, Foxy Brown and Coffee are playing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We get a chance to relive this moment. For anyone who hasn't lived Black exploitation era, everyone's going to get a chance to relive it with Pam Grier and everyone that came out at that time. And I must say to you, I've seen a lot of those movies, but it's nothing like going back and watching those movies over and over and over again because they're timeless. They
are timeless. Look at their clothing, the designs, the hair, the music, the themes, the political themes, the agendas. And I always like to discuss the term exploitation because Fred Williamson, a lot of the males had done black action movies before me, and as soon as I did it, it became exploitation. And the exploitation was, oh, this woman, this black woman has to fight for herself. There are no men to fight for her, so they're exploiting this black woman. They're exploiting black women, and they weren't.
Far from that.
It was the opposite because I was bringing to the screen what my grandfather, the first feminist, taught me and all of the girls in our family, how to hunt, fish, and shoot. And what he said is, if a woman knows how to do something, you will gain respect. And that I had to bring that because I know you and I know every brother in this building who's raised with, my grandfather was raised with that background saying, I want my sister to get equal respect.
That's right.
Because when Vietnam War hit and the men didn't come home, who had to go to the hardware store and get up on the roof and fix it? My mama. And she was berated for that.
Hey,
but the conservative male said I didn't have to do that. I had to wait to be helped and saved. No,
not at all. It's far from reality.
Not today.
Pam Grier is with us tonight. I want to go into, wow, what's one of the most favorite songs off a soundtrack that you remember from back in the day that I can hit you up with right now?
Oh, from my films or from Shaft or Superfly or Curtis Mayfield?
You pick.
Or the Impressions, or
or
Willie Hutch,
I know,
or
Willie
Roy
Hutch.
Ayers,
Bobby Womack. Think about
Bobby
it.
I can understand it, baby. I can understand it. Bobby Womack.
Let's do that. Pam Grier.
Bobby Womack. He gave me my first job in California and sent me to his friend to sing backup with Minnie Riperton. It was the Wonder Love.
Yeah.
And he said, I have a friend named Sylvester, Stone, who needs some more backup singers. And I'm going, and it didn't hit me, even though I worked in a record shop and I saw his name every day. I go there the next day in a CBS Records, and I walk in, and there he is with this big afro and chamois outfit. It's Sly and the Family Stone. And I couldn't believe that. My second day off the turnip truck, I'm singing backup for Sly and the Family, and with Wonder Love.
That is
Minnie
crazy.
Riperton Denise Williams, Sarita Wright, and Lenny Groves. And in walked Jimi Hendrix late at night with his crew.
That's crazy.
To sing backups, hang out with Jimmy, we hang out with Sly, and playing drums was Buddy Miles.
What? Do you have pictures of all these things?
No, I wish. And matter of fact, where are those tapes?
Where are they?
Because they jammed. They were jamming. They had a funk riff in there that was so awesome. I don't know if Sly or his attorney.
Please get a hold of Sly.
Someone has them. I don't know. I love him. He said when he had a revival, I went to see him, and he said he would first thing his voice cracks. It goes Pam. And he said, I can't believe you became a movie star and you were this raggedy ass student coming in there singing. And I said, yeah, you inspired me. That was so amazing. But to see Jimi Hendrix come in, because see, I played Hammond B3. I play organ. And when they came in, I said, can you please let me stay? I know you're doing a lot of drugs here right now, but I know I'm religious. I sing gospel. Please let me stay. I can play bass on the foot on the Hammond. I can play. Can you? And
I know you're doing a lot of drugs
sent me home. Right now. They sent us all home, and I
didn't want you to be around that
craziness. Was like, no. Yeah. I would have loved to have joined his group or had another group. I play drums with Buddy Miles. Now, I like the Roots when they play, because I watch Questlove. We play the same drums a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. I have a chrome set of Ludwig drums.
You also have another book in the making, if you can just get a hold of some pictures.
If I can just write another book. I still have to get the movie done. Right now, Jay Farrell's going to play Richard Pryor in my biopic.
Oh, wow.
We did a...
Who's going to play Korean?
There's a basketball player that we think he would be perfect for it. But Lee Ross of Infinity Ward, he designed a video game for me that you can play with your kids called Shaolin Shuffle. And it's about me teaching my disciples, my students, how to kill zombie rats in New York. It's hilarious and fun.
I didn't understand what your tweet meant the other day. I'm like, zombie rats? What?
Yeah, Infinity Shaolin Shuffle is one of the best video games.
Crazy.
And then I did another video voiceover for George R.R. Martin called Wildcats, of Game of Thrones. I just want to be on my horse covered in mud and dreadlocks, decapitating people.
You are doing it. Her name is Pam Grier, if you haven't caught the voice. Fellas, yes, Pam Grier, we have to put the in front of your name. The Pam Grier is with me tonight inside the Quiet Storm.
The name of my farm is Quiet Storm Farm.
And I haven't been to it. Do you still have the horses?
Yes.
You have an Arabian?
No, I don't have Arabians. They're not jumpers. I have horses that give, they provide scholarships for children and adults who are disabled. They are Dutch warmbloods, thoroughbred jumpers.
No pintos?
Yeah, I have pictures.
Oh, really?
I have pictures on my phone. Okay. Do I?
I like to ride one day.
They are sport horses, and you have to. I will test you and see if you can ride by making you close your eyes.
Oh,
drop your reins.
Forget about it. I'm going to take back
and
my
let
invitation.
Let your booty find. These kids can't feel below the waist, and they jump horses.
Well, I guess a lot of us older folks can't feel below our waist either.
No, you will.
You ride without a saddle?
I ride bareback.
Oh,
I started riding bareback when I was 6.
No.
But see, you once you close your eyes, you will be riding like someone who has no sight. And you'll use your other instincts, the other parts of your body to keep your balance. And some that don't have hands and some that don't have legs and feet, they are in the saddle and they let their spine and their muscles below their waist keep their balance, called keeping their seat. And if you close your eyes, you hear the horse, and your brain starts counting the strides, and teaches you when you turn and come down the diagonal. And you can feel when the horse is ready to jump. And these are kids and adults who can't see.
And you still ride religiously every time you get a chance?
Pretty much, almost every day.
Wow.
And I groom, and I was sexually attacked when I was 6, and the family draft force saved me.
Yes.
So that has been my therapy and helped me to overcome. And I still stutter. I still have issues. And then I had an attack again when I was 18, another one when I was 20. And I always went back to Colorado to be around Wilford Brimley and horses. And some of my friends who have horses in California, I always travel with my tall boots. I'm not supposed to say that in front of Bounce TV. The executives are listening. What, you still riding horses when you're supposed to be on the ground doing work for us? Right. Are you crazy? But I have my helmet, my boots, and I ride, and I exercise and train horses of friends in California at the Los Angeles Equestrian Center in Burbank.
Well, you know what? I want to get back into the whole thing about the ranch, but let's just segue for a quick moment.
Sidebar.
They can see you on Bounce TV, all of your films that has been probably in the vote for quite some time. And, you know, you'd be surprised.
52 years. My career is older than you.
This is true.
We have hundreds of titles. And it's Brown Sugar, and it's brownsugar.com. And you can get to all the links on brownsugar.com.
And I understand there's a free trial period going on right now.
There's a free trial period, and you'll love it. And then it's $3.99, I think.
You can't, for a month.
For a month, but forever. Once you have, and it's the greatest thing about it, right, is that my mother couldn't afford to see the movies then. And she was taking care of her kids and her sister's children. So now at age going on 90, she and my relatives and friends, they're all in their 80s and 90s, they come over for a movie night at Brown Sugar, and they revisit all of the films over and over and over again, from Car Wash, anything with Billy D. Williams. They also do documentaries, Prince, Michael Jackson. They do, Richard Pryor did a war movie called Black Battalion. And it was like, he was so fantastic in it. And you'll see everybody, all the films any black actor has ever done. So it evokes, it inspires fashion, music, hair, styling, just everything. And also what it does is really important, and I hope your audience listens, how important it is for brand recognition.
This is so true.
All the actors are brands. The directors, writers, producers are brands. And after the premiere and red carpet is over, the energy fades. Unless it's Black History Month and you might get Herald on television or cable. But after that, you have to either pay a high price for PR to keep your brand out there, and you still have to pay for rejection.
Really?
Oh, yeah. If you send out for magazine stories and photographs, they can reject it, but you still have to pay your publicist. But with brownsugar.com, your brand is out there being seen, which creates leverage for future films. There'll be more Black Panthers. There'll be more films. And if you don't do that, you don't create the interest for a market in the States, ancillary markets all over the world, and for the pop culture. Because I was saying, I reiterate, right now my films are playing in the Netherlands, in Denmark, all over the world. 50 years later.
You know what? And which you also mentioned that it's also on demand, so people can look at it anytime.
Exactly. No one would have the room for as many titles as brownsugar.com has.
Hey, look.
And then once you get interested, then you go back to the movies. Then you go see the actor on television, and you send in, and it's like a Nielsen rating on your television that you're watching so and so. And then if they ask you, you can say, "Well, I watch Isaiah Washington. I watch all Shonda Rhimes. I watch, Washington, Kerry Washington. I watch," and so that creates a market leverage for you to negotiate for your future work, or negotiate funding for films, or even films that go straight to video.
We got Pam Grier with us tonight inside the Quiet Storm. Before I let her get out of here, we're going to go back into another one of these wonderful soundtrack songs that we probably remember so much, and come back and wrap it up with her. I don't want to let her go, fellas, but believe me, I'm having my moment in between all these songs that you hear playing
tonight. You will
tonight.
Let me go once you see the Wendy Williams show.
Okay, I don't know about that, because my mama introduced me to Sheba Baby, and she didn't know what was going to happen. And right before mommy had a chance to cover up my eyes, needless to say, fellas, just like you, I saw everything. So
I raised you well.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Raised
God
you
bless
well.
you. I'm gonna give you a high five on that. Pam Grier, baby, inside the Quiet Storm. Soft and warm, the Quiet Storm. Confessions of Love is coming up tonight. Boy, I would like to have you in a conversation, Miss Pam Grier, of Confessions of Love one night. But one day that will happen.
Well, you have to play "I Concentrate on You" with Jeffrey Osborne.
That's one of my favorite joints.
You have to play Atlantic by the Isleys. Caravan of Love by the Isleys.
Here's what I need you to do. I need you to lock in. Being so the ranch is named after my show, you have to lock into the Quiet Storm.
No, my ranch was named before your show.
Well, but I have my show
I'm
now.
older than you.
This is true, but that's irrelevant.
My trademark is much older. I have a brand.
To the Quiet Storm, so
I have a brand
hear.
that I had made for Quiet Storm. It's a brand, an iron brand.
Oh.
that goes on my tack and on my saddle and on my gear and my riding gear. Everyone sees Quiet Storm Farm is showing up, and when they see my riders ride and work, it's to the Humpty Dance.
Really,
it's to Digital Underground. Because the horses ride to beats.
Okay. Your horses ride the beats.
Yeah, Cali Boogie by Digital Underground and Tupac, they ride to beats.
You got a special ranch.
Dressage is to beats because the kids ride to beats. If they can't hear and they can't feel anything, they can feel the beat, and the horses feel the beat. And so that's how people learn to ride.
Let me.
It's all about rhythm.
Before
rhythm.
And who better than you would tell us about rhythm? But before I get you out of here, you were the original Black Girl Magic before we even knew the term Black Girl Magic. You were fighting, strong, vivacious Black woman doing her thing in all these wonderful movies. But you were also in the midst of a lot of craziness that was going on in the time of the 70s as well. I just want to know your reflection of the Me Too movement right now from when you're looking at it. Are you happy that things are kind of coming to fruition in terms of, what women are standing up for? Because women's voices have been silent for so many years. And now a lot of women have a chance to actually come out and speak up for themselves.
I'm very, very happy because I was attacked 3 times as a child and a teen and in college. And for me, it was Me Too, but it was, hey, it's about time today, because I wouldn't want anyone to go through not even one attack.
Sure.
And our children, our moms, our women, but for some reason the women and their soul and body and spirit has been the domain of a very hostile patriarchal society, which didn't want us to be partners or equal. And so now women are saying we have to be. We have to now, and it's okay. And I'm so glad that the Me Too is recognizing, and it's not going to go away. It just creates decency and boundaries and helps people understand what's sacred about a woman's body, what's sacred about our men, our young boys, their body, what is sacred about us, what is cool. I mean, we've got recreation.
Sure.
We've got the sanctity of all these religions that aren't monolithic, that are, women are this and women are that. But in a contemporary society, to move forward, we create at least tolerance and understanding, and know that there's boundaries and there's harm, and you can harm someone. But what is important to me is that for us in relationships, that I can't recreate, and I don't expect the actresses who will play me to recreate what I have done, so I don't know who's going to play me.
Sure.
But it's really important, because I chose to love me more than marry men who wanted to take care of me and keep me in their limelight. And I wouldn't have gotten that education that I needed, my doctorate, my honorary doctorates, and to be able to teach and give what I have been given.
Sure.
And so it was very, very important, because one thing that we're addressing now is the equality, women's equality in pay. Yeah. Because our dollar is, we get 78 cents to a dollar. So when my uncles and my dad and everybody comes to me and wants me to take care of them, I'll take care of them 78%. Yeah. That means 2 arms and a leg. They're going to have to do the other leg.
I understand.
I'm not doing them 100. So until we really think it through, like we have the capacity to, I'm not, my last boyfriend, he couldn't handle the fact that I made more. My income was more than his.
That's an insecure
which
man.
is crazy.
I want you to speak to the woman tonight who may be challenged with domestic violence, because October's, aside from Breast Cancer Awareness Month, is domestic violence.
Yes, and it's during election.
Yeah. It's
prevalent because many men won't allow their women to vote independently. They have to vote with the men, and it's epidemic in many rural cities.
Really?
of domestic violence, because they are challenged by their wives to vote opposite.
We can line up all these men. Let me just backsmack all of them. But speak to the woman who might be challenged with a domestic violence situation. What would you say to her?
Well, usually they return to someone who has been very violent to them.
Why is that?
Because they don't have independence. They gave it up to be their money is ruled by their husband. They could have been possibly abused as a child, and that's all they know. And it would be pure speculation to me to say, you know, what has happened to you. It can be corrected. It can be different. It can be challenged. It can be. I won't know that. But if they're in a domestic violence situation and they want to get out, there are groups. First of all, there are social workers you can call. There are groups that can help shelter, women's shelters that can protect you. You don't have to give your name. You don't have to tell anyone where you are. Take your children with you. But a lot of the men will take their money and their purse and their identification from them so they can't get away.
And we're going
so
to
they
give out
have
the number
to be
tonight.
dependent.
And
that's the scary thing.
Right.
I have seen women come in the area where I live with black eyes and behind their sunglasses, knowing that they've been in situations where they've given all their power and money to their spouse. They can't leave.
Sure.
And they don't have the keys to the car, and their kids are there. So they're stuck. But there are groups, there are social groups that you can call that will help you. A woman was sitting on my front lawn once who had suffered. She was barefoot, running from her husband, and scared to death. No purse, no wallet, no ID, nothing. I took her behind my house, gave her some water, my shoes, and I said, what can I do for you?
Wow.
She said she wanted to call her friends. I said, he gonna go to your friends. And you could hear him driving up and down the road in his pickup truck looking for her.
Wow.
And you know she's been battered. So what I suggested is I called a friend at a shelter from the DA, and they called their friends, and they came and got her and protected her. I never saw her again. But you could tell that she was in harm. You
are such an angel and a gift to so many. And so many women. So continue.
Well, if I wake up breathing, I'm going to have a good day.
I know that's right. And we woke up this morning, didn't we?
We're going to have some more. I'll be back. I'll be back
Grier.
with Foxy, my series, Bless This Mess.
Bounce
I just
TV.
did a movie with Diane Keaton called Palm.
So you better come back and see me. I would love for this conversation
and
to continue.
And Jay Farrell's going to play. He was in my video game. He's going to play Richard Pryor.
That's what's up. I can't wait to see this.
And Idris Elba going to play my granddad.
Oh, wow. That's going to be interesting. Ladies, watch out. You're going to see Idris in a different kind of way that you may not like it. But
he's a
love the
cowboy.
movie. I know that's right.
He's
Look,
a cowboy.
You can catch Pam Grier and all these wonderful, amazing Black exploitation movies on BounceTV.com.
No, brownsugar.com. Brownsugar.com. And you'll see me flying above in my brownsugar.com jet.
I saw the commercial with you and Rick Ross. That's really funny. So that's really funny. Thank you so much for coming by.
Oh, thank you for having me. Well, you're worth waiting for. Even though you're stuck in traffic getting parking tickets.
Ain't got a ticket. Yeah, but that's cool. I don't mind sweating and getting a ticket for you.
But you didn't bring us lunch.
Okay, all right. Look, Pam, it's great to see you come, and unfortunately, I got to see you go.
You got to
Love
see
you
me
much,
go.
though, baby. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for
Sheba
having
Baby, Brown Sugar Coffee. Oh, she was with us.
Foxy
Hope
Brown.
you got that
Friday
information.
Foster.
You got them all, baby. More to come on the Quiet Storm in just a moment.